In 50 years, oil might run out, or we'll build a clean energy world. Energy shapes our future. How do we stop the planet from choking? Hence, energy powers civilization. It charges phones, runs factories, launches ships to Mars. But fossil fuels are heating Earth fast, threatening our future. Currently, 80% of energy comes from coal, oil, gas. They're cheap, easy, but emit 36 billion tons of CO2 yearly, raising Earth's temperature by 1°. As a result, CO2 triggers storms, wildfires, melting ice. Disasters doubled since 2000, threatening 3 billion people. Fossil fuels aren't sustainable. They're running out. Moreover, oil runs out in 50 years. Coal in 150, per IEA. Without alternatives, economies collapse. We need solutions to avoid an energy crisis. Worse still, 700 million people lack electricity, living in darkness. Kids study by candlelight. Clean energy could bring fairness. But how do we do it? Fortunately, clean energy is the answer. Solar, wind, nuclear, and more can save the planet. Let's explore how they'll transform our energy future. First, the sun's a giant reactor, delivering 10,000 times our energy needs. Solar panels turn sunlight into electricity, producing zero CO2 emissions. Since 2010, solar panel prices dropped 80%, 850 gigawatts installed globally, powering 200 million homes. But when the sun sets, we need better batteries. But lithium-ion batteries store only a few hours of power. Mining lithium pollutes water. Solar's great, but we need other sources for nighttime. Next, wind energy uses turbines to generate electricity. Offshore farms produce 700 gigawatts, enough for 150 million homes. It's clean and powerful. Plus, wind is cheap, clean, supplying 7% of global electricity. Denmark gets 50% from wind, but turbines need space, sometimes disturbing wild birds. Another option, nuclear power generates massive electricity with near zero CO2. 1 ton of uranium replaces 3 million tons of coal, powering 10% globally. However, nuclear has risks accidents like Fukushima, radioactive waste lasting thousands of years. Building reactors is costly, though new designs are safer. Moving on, hydropower uses dams to produce electricity, supplying 16% globally, enough for 1 billion homes. It's clean, stable, but dams harm rivers. Lastly, geothermal taps Earth's heat, generating 14 gigawatts, powering 10 million homes. It's reliable but limited to places like Iceland, New Zealand. So, solar, wind, nuclear, hydro, geothermal are powerful but have limits. Combining them is the only way to replace fossil fuels. But is it easy? In reality, switching to clean energy faces hurdles outdated infrastructure, high costs, complex politics, weak technology. Let's see how these challenges slow us down. First, current power grids are built for coal, not renewables. Upgrading to smart grids takes a decade and billions of dollars. Old systems hold us back. Next, building wind farms, solar panels, or reactors cost $2 to $3 billion per project. Though cheaper long-term, these costs make many nations hesitate. Moreover, the oil industry influences politics. Like a smug barrel, it winks. Saudi Arabia, Russia rely on oil, slowing the shift to green energy. Additionally, batteries store only 4 hours of power. Mining lithium pollutes water. Current tech isn't enough to make renewables reliable all the time. But solid-state batteries store double the energy. Smart grids distribute better. 100 nations pledge 50% renewables by 2050. Technology is breaking through fast. In fact, Costa Rica generates 99% of electricity from wind. China installs 40% of global solar. They prove clean energy is totally doable. Imagine green cities with electric cars, solar roofs, offshore turbines. IEA predicts 80% renewable electricity by 2050. Our planet will breathe easier. Further ahead, ITER tests fusion, mimicking the sun. 1 gram of fuel powers 100 homes for a year. Limitless clean energy is within reach. To succeed, 195 nations signed the Paris Agreement, investing $4 trillion in renewables by 2030. Global cooperation will bring clean energy everywhere. Still, 20% of energy will come from fossils in 2030. Poor nations need financial aid for clean energy. Cooperation is the final key. Ultimately, a clean energy world is possible. Clear skies, healthy planet, electricity for all. Our future depends on the choices we make today. Which energy would you choose to save the planet? Comment, share, subscribe. Check sources in the description. Let's build a green world together. Thanks.